that you will be needing for your peach cobbler. I will have the exact measurements and recipe listed in the description box. Let's go. Okay guys, so the first thing you're going to do is in a separate bowl, you're going to mix together 1/4 cup of flour and 1/2 cup of water and just set it to the side, and you'll need it later. All right. In this pot, I have 2 14-ounce, 15-ounce cans of peaches and heavy syrup. You can use the chunks or the slices, whatever you prefer. And that's what I have here. To that, I'm going to add 1 stick of salted butter, 3/4 cup of sugar. In this bowl, I have 1½ teaspoons of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger, and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. And finally, this bowl, I have a tablespoon of vanilla and 1/2 tablespoon of lemon juice, real lemon juice. Don't skip the lemon juice. It does something to it. It really brightens up the flavors and just makes it that much more delicious. So we're gonna heat this up. The peaches are already canned, so they're already soft. So you're just gonna bring it to a boil and let the butter, make sure the whole stick of butter melts, and then I'll show you the rest. So as you can see, the butter has completely melted, and we're going to take that slurry that we made and add it. This is what thickens up your juice. All right, so once you add your slurry, you're going to continue to cook this on a low boil. Don't overdo it. For 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, this is what you have. Thick, sweet, syrupy pot of peaches ready for your cobbler. All right. So you want to let this cool down a little bit. You don't want to pour it in your crust while it's super hot. So we'll be right back to pour it inside the crust and bake. Now for the good part, I just put my pie crust in my pan. The pie crust is round, the pan is rectangle, so I have to like cut pieces to kind of fill it all in, and then I take my extra pieces and cut them up and just make like, they're like dumplings, and I just kind of make sure they get down into the juice, and then we're still going to cover it with a crust for the top. But you guys will see this is like a little secret weapon, especially because if you know that the crust is the best part, right guys? The crust is the best part. So this gives you like little gems of crust throughout your cobbler. Top your cobbler with the crust. Don't forget to give your cobbler a belly button, okay? The steam needs to get out. Okay, so I just cut a little circle and poke that crust down in there, and then give it a few slits. And then the juice that I had, I save a little bit. I don't use it all. And instead of using an egg wash, I just use the juice from the cobbler. Ha, you talk about delicious, y'all, okay? I got this recipe from, I think, Rosie on iHeart recipes, I think. Only thing I added different that she didn't add is my lemon juice. And to me, hers was delicious. Don't get me wrong, it was delicious, but it just needed something to wake it up a little bit, and honey, that lemon juice did the trick. All right, so we just painted our whole cobbler with the remaining juice. Instead of egg wash, because egg wash don't have no taste, and y'all will see it does the same thing. Okay, it does the same thing. Little flecks of peach ain't never hurt nobody. All right, so we're ready for the oven. If you want, at this point, if you just love your stuff extra sweet, you could sprinkle with some cinnamon sugar at this point. We're gonna bake it at 350 for about 45-50 minutes. Just watch it. Put something under it just in case it has a tendency to bubble up. So put a little baking sheet under it, and about 45-50 minutes, we'll be back. And the final product, fresh out the oven, still bubbling. I'll be back to show you guys how it looks. I need to go get some ice cream.